how cool is it that a little church can be involved in such a special ministry as this?
I think it's been absolutely transforming for this parish in particular.
It's had this uniting effect on our church and an energizing effect as well.
It's part of our DNA. I can't imagine our church, Good Shepherd, without Family Promise as one of our ministries. I think sometimes we have a stereotype of what homelessness looks like.
Family Promise breaks down those barriers, and you realize in sitting down and talking with the families, they're just like you, and they're just like me.
Family Promise has opened the doors and made a way possible for folks here, most of whom, if not all of whom, have never experienced homelessness, to understand that it's not a them versus us.
Homelessness looks like you and me. It's people are one step away from one tragedy or job loss in their lives, away from being homeless.
It's just regular people, like their neighbors, like their family members. So one of the geniuses, I think, of Family Promise is the fact that they engage churches at whatever level, congregations at whatever level they can help out.
And it's something that it's cross-generational. Every age can do this. There's a role for everybody.
It's very family-friendly to come to Family Promise. The kids interact with each other, and that's like beautiful because you see that they're no different than any other kid that they would ever know.
And I think that it's so important because, especially if you have kids, to bring them along, to help them see what serving really is.
It was a good way for me to show my children then who were younger that this was a good way to give back.
I think the need is great because the family unit is so precious, and the family unit is so important to the health of each individual in the family, and especially the kids that are involved.
No child should not know where they're going to lay their head down at night and not be sure about where they're going to get their next meal. That breaks my heart.
It is such good work, and there are such amazing results from Family Promise. I mean, they work hard, the families, and it's wonderful when you read in the newsletter that they moved out. That's the best news.
You should help because it's important. Because we never know when we might have a bad day. We never know when we might need a little bit of help and compassion.
I think one of the neatest things is you get to know people in the congregation that you might not have known otherwise. Because you're in there cooking or cleaning up or setting up the beds.
It's life-changing for not just the families that we serve, but for the congregations and the people involved.
Changing a life doesn't oftentimes look like a big sort of extravagant thing. It's oftentimes found in the simple kind of mundane things, like cooking a platter of lasagna and serving it up, or just very simply sitting down with other people, right, and talking to them over that same lasagna.
That they can just fix a meal, and that they can then meet families and see families being families instead of being homeless people.
Every time we host, if a new volunteer comes in, they're like, I can't believe how fulfilled they feel serving in this ministry.
People want that, right? That they're looking for that in their lives. I'm looking for that in my own life. And so I thank God for this ministry because it's a chance for me, once again, to have my own life changed.
It's just been a true blessing in my life, and I feel in our lives of our congregation.
I would say that it's a great idea for clergy to get behind this ministry with Family Promise because of that connection point. Our people are looking for opportunities to connect themselves with the needs of the poor in our midst. And houses of worship, faith centers have a unique opportunity to help facilitate that connection.
It's a tremendous service in God's kingdom. It's rewarding and transformative for folks who get involved. But the other thing is it's so easy. Family Promise makes it really, really simple. And for pastors, that seems to be a big issue. We need all the help we can get because we're trying to, work on so many different levels at so much of the time. So when an organization like Family Promise makes something that's so far-reaching, possible, what brings it within our grasp and makes it simple, that's just so good.
When you look at the organization, it's really buttressed by houses of worship, people of God in multiple different traditions who are coming together to serve the needs of the world, right? And the same communities are praying for this ministry. And I think because of that, Family Promise has a unique charism in our community, a unique gift, and a unique grace.
It's such a gift. I can't say how much I appreciate Family Promise.